share the screen here. Just one second. Okay. Lisa, can you see that? Thumbs up? All right, thank you. Okay, so what if it could change everything? What if, you know, these products right here could change everything for you? We are a small line of products. Plexus is all about keeping the line of products small because they don't want people being overwhelmed. They want to have products that are pure and simple, that do what they're supposed to do without having like a ton of products. So love that about them. But just ask yourself, you know, what if this could change everything? All right. It is seriously something that has changed my health and my life financially, my family's. So just ask yourself that while I talk during the call. Quick disclaimer, the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by Plexus, or an independent Plexus ambassador, and is not sponsored by Plexus. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you're about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. So this is just me talking, and maybe a testimony or two tonight, but it's not, we're not claiming anything, all right? So I just want to make sure I get that out there. If everybody could just go ahead and mute, everybody has a mute button. They could just mute that little button, would be very helpful, please. All right, so what is your goal? What would you like to learn more about? Is it maybe weight loss? Is it gut health, pain management, regulating blood sugar or cholesterol, mental clarity, financial opportunity? These are some things that I hear people say, you know, all of this. And sometimes there's a few different things, but just be thinking what you want to learn about, what your reason is for being here, and listen as I'm talking to hear me answer those questions. All right, so Plexus is all about getting to the root problem. Okay, we are all about focusing on what is going on down deep inside. And those roots would be our blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. All right, everything stems from these. Okay, so a lot of times, you know, you could get medication and different things, but it's not fixing the core problem. So we are all about getting there. All right, love that about Plexus. It's not a Band-Aid. Okay, so who has tried Plexus and what has it done for you? Okay, so I'm going to ask Lisa, I know I didn't ask you before, but do you mind just sharing your testimony for me tonight? I really appreciate it. Just go ahead and unmute.
I was hitting it on the other part of the screen. I'm Lisa Strumich, and I've been with Plexus for just over 7 months. I just became a silver ambassador yesterday. I love the products. I was a skeptic and kept saying no for, I think I put Sandra off for 5 or 6 months. And the whole reason I started was because of my addiction to diet soda. So day 3, I had my last diet soda. So it's been 7 months of no sodas, which is wonderful after having probably 5 or 6 a day. I take most of the products. I feel better than I ever have before. And it's nice to be able to take vitamins, to be able to take the omega without feeling sick. So I love the products. I've got my husband started on the products, and they're just wonderful. And the financial aspect has just, I heard about it, but the reality is just amazing.
That's
so
great. That's awesome, man. I love that when people say that they haven't. Somebody's drawing on the screen. I see writing. When I think people do that, don't realize they are. But I love when people say that they don't crave soda anymore. Like that's always really cool for me to hear. Let me hang on 1 second, guys. Let me stop this share really quick, and I will go back. I want to make sure something is writing on the screen. All right, so 1 second here. Okay, let's do this again. Pause. Okay. All right, Suk, I saw you on here. Do you mind sharing a quick testimony as well?
Not at all. Can you hear me?
You sound kind of far away, but I can hear you.
Okay. I started Plexus back in June 2015 because I have ongoing stomach problem. I never had a problem with the weight, really. And so I never really pay attention to weight loss thing. Um, I started taking Triplex, which is Slim Bio Cleanse Pro Bio, because my daughter keep telling me you need to try this because it really helped me, because she had the same problem and she started in February. Well, I was very, very skeptic. I didn't listen to her, and when she gave me as a birthday present in March, I just put away in a cover. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even open the package. In May, they came to visit me, and I see how energetic my son-in-law was, and my daughter, she was always tired, always on the couch. She has 4 kids, so you can understand she's not sleeping very good. But when they came, I couldn't believe how they were just going and moving, and he was running, and I thought, this is a different person. And she said, this is because Plexus. He's been on for a few months now, and he's loving it. And not just the weight loss, but it gives them energy, and she's gotten so much help with her stomach issue. So that kind of perked my ears, and after they left, I started taking it. First month, I really didn't notice much. I was sleeping good. I felt a little more energy, but I didn't notice the huge thing. Second month rolled around, and I noticed that I was going to the bathroom every morning. I had such a problem with that all my life, along with the skin problem. I'm learning all this as a Plexus ambassador. When your gut is filled with gunk, your skin, it's going to come out in some way, either through different symptoms or skins or something. I always had a bad acne in my skin. Even as grown up, I used to go to a dermatologist, and they put me on antibiotics and all kinds of creams, and I was living on antibiotics because of my skin problem. Well, I was going to the bathroom, and I started feeling good, and I don't have achy feeling. I am a runner, so every morning I wake up, I feel ache somewhere. I have a pain somewhere. But since I've been on these products, I don't have that anymore, and I'm sleeping like a log, and my stomach problems start going away like 3rd month. I noticed that I don't have pain anymore. I haven't been to doctor since I started Plexus. I haven't been to specialists like I used to go every 6 months. They still don't know what's wrong with me. So I love this product. So I joined because honestly, with my part-time income, I just couldn't see how I'm gonna afford this. So I joined under my daughter, and I think 3rd month I became silver, and rest is history. I love it, and I am going to take these products. Just not going to doctor alone, I save money right there. I don't have to take off work and worrying about making an appointment, all that stuff. And along with the triplex, I take Plexus Nerve because I have a lower back problem. Since I've been taking the nerves, I haven't been to chiropractors. When I tell these things to people, they don't believe me, but it's honest the truth. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Sue. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. My family hardly ever goes to the doctor in 3 years. I think we've been twice they've been. So that's huge, but so cool. All right. I just want to remind everybody that if you're just getting on, make sure that you mute yourself. There should be a mute button there for you to click on. So if everybody could just stay muted, that way we don't have any background noise. All right. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to talk about the new Slim. Plexus just launched our new Slim, okay? We already have an amazing Slim that we all love, and it has actually helped us tremendously with all kinds of things. Slim is all about balancing out your blood sugar. It's all about helping with your cravings and your lipid levels. It's a stick. Hopefully you guys can all see me because I can't see myself. But it's a stick like this that you open up, put it in some water, shake it up, and drink it. The new one is a watermelon, raspberry, lemon flavor. I will say I am not a watermelon person, So when I found out there was watermelon, I was like, well, oh well, I'm just going to drink it anyway. And I tell you what, I've gotten used to it. I don't hardly taste the watermelon anymore. It's really, really awesome. Well, the new Slim now has, the difference is it does everything it used to, but now it has a prebiotic in it. Okay, and it's really, really awesome. I'm just gonna let this short little tiny little video tell you what that prebiotic is. It'll do a much better job than I can right now because I am still learning how to say the word. So let's go ahead and watch that real quick.
When it comes to a healthier and happier life, your gut is your best friend. But things like processed foods, sugar, and soda can wreak havoc on your gut, impacting your health and causing weight gain. It's time to rethink how healthy happens. Introducing the new Plexus Slim with remarkable ingredients specifically selected to help your gut thrive. In a highly advanced in vitro study created to mimic the human gastrointestinal system, Slim's powerful microbiome activating formula produced incredible results, increasing gut-friendly microbes, lactobacillus, and bifidobacterium by 290 times. More good microbes mean a healthier gut, which means a happier you. Slim's new formula also supports healthy glucose metabolism and increases Akkermansia, an amazing microbe, which positively impacts disrupted metabolism associated with being overweight by 250 times. And in a large-scale independent clinical study, Slim was demonstrated to help you lose weight. It's a healthier you and weight loss too from one delicious drink. Ready to experience what Slim can do for you? You've got nothing to lose but your soda habit and those extra pounds. Try it for 60 days risk-free. Plexus Slim. Talk to a Plexus ambassador to find out more.
All right, so there you have it. And we just heard Miss Lisa talk about how she doesn't crave soda anymore from being on Slim, and the new one helps even more. So very, very cool. The product was actually created for diabetics in mind, and then it just started doing so much more. So that is our Plexus Slim. That's the pink drink you hear people talk about. The next product is our probiotic, okay? It's our Probio 5 right here. It's right there in the picture. This probiotic, it has 5 probiotics in it. It has enzymes, B6, grapeseed extract, vitamin C, and it's all in a very effective delivery system, okay? It also promotes proper probiotic balance in the intestinal tract, which increases nutrient absorption. Okay, so our probiotic does amazing things, okay? I've been on several probiotics, my family has, and we've never had results like the Probio 5. Okay, the probiotic is all about getting into the root of our problem. Like we talked about, Plexus is all about root, okay? Getting to the root of our issues, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna show you a really gross picture here, okay? On the one side is somebody's gut who is full of what we call candida overgrowth, okay? Everybody's born with a little bit of candida in their body to help their body decompose when it dies. Well, when you have too much sugar, antibiotics, you're stressed out, different things in life that go on that you put in your body can cause this candida to wreak havoc on your body. So what happens is it forms this hard shell and you can't get the nutrients and stuff inside, and it resembles a cockroach shell. Okay, well, our probiotic actually goes in, it has the enzymes in it to break through that shell, kills all the bad stuff by breaking through, and then it adds in the good probiotic as well, the good bacteria as well. So it's killing the bad and adding the good at once. Okay, because it has that ingredient that's circled there, triticines, it has that in it, and that's what's killing it. Okay, so that's why our probiotic is huge and how different it is, and people actually get results because of it. So the other thing that's really cool about it is, it actually is freeze dried. Okay, so I'm sure many people have taken a probiotic on this call and you had to put them in the refrigerator. All right, well, our probiotic does not need to be in the refrigerator because it actually is freeze dried and goes all the way down to your intestines and opens up and does its job. Well, many other probiotics, first of all, usually don't make them to the intestines. Usually it opens up in your stomach, and you're taking that cold probiotic because it has to live in cold to make it live and not die, and you're putting it in your 98-degree body. What do you think's happening? It's killing stuff. So when you hear people say, oh, I need this many, culture forming units, 3 billion or whatever, the reason other probiotics have so many in it is because they overcompensate, because they know they're going to die immediately when they get inside you, and then hopefully when it gets down to you or your stomach, there's some left. but you don't want it in your stomach anyway. You want it to your intestines, and that's what ours does. So it's really, really interesting. I do want to point out that did you know that 1 round of antibiotics, okay, think of, maybe you've taken several antibiotics in your life. Maybe your kids have. Did your kids struggle with ear infections and all kinds of stuff? 1 round of antibiotics can take up to 5 years to replenish your good bacteria. 5 years. This is why you need to be on a probiotic, especially when you're on a antibiotic, all right? You've got to replenish that good bacteria, and our probiotic can actually be taken with an antibiotic. Not all probiotics can. Also, the Slim, because the Slim has a prebiotic in it now, you definitely want to be drinking that Slim as well if you have to be on an antibiotic for some strange reason. So just keep that in mind. It takes 5 years to replenish. Like, that's just crazy. All right, so that's our probiotic. The next one is our BioCleanse, okay? This oxygenates the entire body. It detoxifies and cleanses your digestive tract and arteries. It gives you energy physically, mentally. It helps neutralize acidic conditions that may promote pathogens. It enhances weight loss, supports collagen production, and relieves constipation. Love this product. The Slim, the probiotic, and the cleanse all come in a combo pack where you can save even more. I recommend everybody at least start with these 3 products. They are going to get to everything we talked about, the gut, inflammation, because the Slim has alpha lipoic acid in it, which helps with inflammation. The Slim also is for your blood sugar. And then, of course, the other 2 products are for your gut. So it's a great way to start. The BioCleanse has magnesium, and it's a gentle cleanse. Don't be scared. My kids take these products, and it's very gentle. It just helps you go more regularly because we're supposed to be going 2 to 3 times a day. I don't know if everybody knows that, but that's what's supposed to be happening. So this gets in and does its job. It's actually very good, too, with the probiotic because the probiotic is collecting all that, bad yeast and junk, and the cleanse helps flush it out quicker. So they work really well together. The next one is our X Factor. The X Factor is our turbocharged multivitamin. It's actually an antioxidant supplement as well, and it has the patented aloe blend. I don't know if you know much about aloe, but the aloe actually helps you absorb the vitamins 300 to 400 times more. Okay, that's huge. Like, to have that in our vitamin. That's why we actually get it in our system. It has the New Zealand blackcurrant, which you can see on the side there where it says the benefits of black currants. I mean, that's crazy. It fights cancer, premature aging, on and on, rich in antioxidants, strengthen the immune system, optimal eye health. It helps metabolism. I mean, it's just awesome what the New Zealand blackcurrant does. It improves, the X Factor also improves, it helps you with oxygen. It supercharges the body immune system. It just supports your overall body. So very, very much love this product. You're going to hear me say that a lot because the products have helped me so much. For instance, this product has actually helped me with my vitamin B levels. They've been low since I can remember. I've had 3 different doctors tell me they're low. And last time I had blood work, my vitamin B was fine. It was perfect. So that tells me that this is working. All right, that's our X Factor. The last one I want to talk about is Mega X. Okay, this is completely plant-based omegas. It's the full range of omegas. All right, so 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7 all in one bottle, completely plant-based. And Plexus actually got smart, and they went to the plant that the fish eats instead of going to the fish. So you don't have the fishy taste or fishy burps or anything like that. The omega 3, 6, and 9 help support brain and heart health. Omega-5 is an antioxidant that can mimic the behavior of an NSAID, like aspirin, something like that, but without the side effects. It can also help regulate glucose levels. Omega-7 can reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and other life-threatening disorders. Okay, so it's really cool that it's all in one bottle. So these are the 5 products I want to talk to you about. These are the 5 I take every day. I actually take some of the other ones too, but these are the ones that I take every day. We also have our discomfort line that helps with, muscle and joint discomfort. It does have shellfish in it. It's called Ease. It does have shellfish, so, be careful with that if you're allergic. We have our Nerve, which is what Ms. Soup talked about. Love the Nerve, too. Really helps you with your nerves if you have any nerve issues. Also, we have our weight loss line that are like a couple stimulants. We have Block, which blocks 48% of sugar. We have our body cream. We have our breast health kit, which is what the company started out with. That's a really cool product as well. So all of them, I recommend getting to know all those products. Talk to the person who invited you. They can tell you more. But these 5 products are definitely what I recommend everybody start, or at least start with 2 or 3 of them, or at least the triplex combo. So really, really awesome stuff there. Okay, so let me go ahead and go through a few things here that I hear people say. Common questions: is it expensive? Will it work for me? Is it FDA approved? Is it safe? Okay, so is it expensive? Well, stop and think, what are your vices? Where are you spending your money every day? You know, is it you need that coffee? Do you need that candy bar, that soda? What do you need? Do you need to buy something every time it's on sale? Like, what is it? How many spend money on medication? I know that's huge. A lot of people spend money on medication nowadays. How many have a gym membership and never go? How often do you throw out food? That is something I used to do because I didn't want to. I would say, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, but then I kept having cravings and it was hard to eat healthy. So it would the vegetables would go bad. So that's pretty awesome. You don't have to do that anymore. You know, this or that, you know, roughly $3 a day are both of these drinks, but we all know that one little drink there is more than $3 unless you're getting tea or something. And then Slim is a little less than $3. So it's very inexpensive. It costs money to be sick as well. All right. Doctor's bills, prescriptions, unpaid sick days, all of that costs money. So it's just a matter of how you look at it. You definitely want to invest in your health instead of investing in feeling better when you're sick. Okay. So just, you know, keep that in mind. All right, will it work for me? Well, you know, will you give the products time to work? Okay, that's huge. I know there's some people who think, oh, I'll try Plexus for a month and then, oh, I didn't get results. Well, you know, you will feel something. You should feel something in a month. Maybe you notice more energy or less cravings, or you're sleeping better, something. But the longer you take it, the better you're going to feel. You got to give it some time. For me, my body needed 3.5 months. Okay, I felt good. I felt, you know, like, okay, I'm sleeping better. I noticed little things that are happening, but it was 3.5 months in that I'm telling you, my body just changed. It was like, oh my goodness, I'm not experiencing the stuff I was experiencing before. And, you know, I went through some detox, of course, because the products are about getting to the root. So of course, you know, it's going to be wanting to get rid of the junk in your body. And so anyway, in time, I felt great. So you have to give the products time to work. It takes 90 days for your cells to regenerate. All right. It takes 6 weeks to 6 months for your gut bacteria to balance out. So think about that. That's not 1 month. Okay. So just think about it takes your body time to work. And also think that if you are struggling with an issue, how long have you had that issue? You didn't just get it overnight, and you've been struggling with it for how many years? So obviously you got to give the products time to work. It's not magic. We have to give the products time to do their job. Okay, Plexus is not magic. It is not a quick fix at all. So it's up to you. My daughter Ella here, she suffered with UTIs and yeast infections from the age of about 2.5 until 5, which is when she got on these products. I started her with the probiotic first. A month later, I added in the cleanse, and she's been on them since. And she has only had 1 yeast infection the whole time. It's been 3 years next month. The yeast infection, I believe she only had it because she had it in the very beginning of me putting her on ProBio. And I think it was because it was cleaning the yeast out of her system. So, but the poor little thing was in the doctor's office many times before that because she got them so, I mean, it's just a regular thing. And doctors would give her different antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, really, honestly, it's making it worse. We tried different probiotics and over-the-counter stuff, but she still got them. So that's huge for her and for me, because as a mom, you don't want your kid being sick and feeling bad. And so love it. And then she also had her little warts that she had. Slowly but surely, they went away. I was thinking I was crazy because I'm like, they are fading. They look like they're fading. And then sure enough, they were eventually gone. So again, I can't claim anything. I'm not claiming that Plexus cured anything. I'm just saying that that's the only change we made. All right. When you get to the root of your problem, again, stuff starts to happen. Is it FDA approved? Well, who's ever taken a vitamin? We've all taken a vitamin. All right. FDA does not approve or disapprove of any vitamin. Okay. They do not approve or disapprove any vitamin or supplement. Okay. So That's okay. They approve of cigarettes. Let me just leave you with that. Is it safe? Well, Plexus products are safe and natural, but always check with your physician if you have medical issues or you take medication. I am not a doctor. I will never claim to be a doctor or a nurse. So definitely talk to them if you take a medication, especially because I know there's certain ones that you can't take, herbs, if you're on that medication. So usually what people do is like, particularly thyroid meds, they just space it. They just take their Plexus like 3 or 4 hours before they take their thyroid meds. So just talk to your doctor. All right, so I love Plexus. Now what? What if one opportunity could change your life? All right, just be thinking, I had no clue, and it's changing. It's changed us. Joining Plexus, is it expensive? Okay, well, people normally, when I ask this question in person, they say, okay, $500, $100, like, they throw out all kinds of numbers. Well, it's only $34.95 per year to join. Okay, $34.95. So let's say you buy a Sam's membership or a Costco membership and you get to go shop wholesale for a year. It's pretty much what it is. There's no risk. Promise you, there's no risk. There is nothing like that. It's $34.95 for you to shop wholesale, be an ambassador, and you will have your own website so you can turn around and tell people, because you're going to want to, and share with people, and they will want to try the products, and they'll do it through you, and then you'll be making some money too. So $34.95, that is it. And when you join, you get to pick a welcome pack here. This is them saying, hey, you're going to get your products because you want to be a product of the product. Of course, we're joining because we want the products, right? And so you get a pack of products that are even cheaper than ordering as wholesale. It's just a one-time pack that you get when you join, and it's discounted even cheaper. So love that. You also get an awesome success kit in there that teaches you all kinds of great stuff about the products and business, and it's a really, really nice success kit. So actually Apple, the people who make Apple, the cartons and stuff that everything comes in, make our Plexus success kit carton. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm not a salesperson. Well, have you ever told anybody about your favorite restaurant or about a sale? All right, I'm not a salesperson. I simply share with people just like I'm sharing right now. Look, it worked for me. It worked for me. It worked for my friend Amy. You have to try it. So not a salesperson at all, but we all tell people about stuff. We tell people when there's a sale. We tell people about our favorite restaurant. We tell people, you name it, we're going to tell people about it. I've tried network marketing. Well, Plexus is in full momentum. We have the right products, the right time, the right place. All right. It's definitely in full momentum. Okay. So Plexus Worldwide. Okay. The history and growth. Well, in 2008, the team purchased the breast health company that I mentioned earlier. That's how it started. And then they got slim and they launched it. And that is when it just exploded, and it's just been bigger and bigger since. This year, they're projected to be $1 billion company already. Over 40% of products are purchased by customers. That's really big if you're familiar with any type of network marketing. There is only 1% return ratio, 1%. And Plexus Worldwide is debt-free. Completely debt-free. They built a brand new warehouse and building and everything about a year and a half ago, I want to say, and completely debt-free. So that's really awesome. Morgan & Stanley backs us up, and they also back up they compare the growth to Google and Facebook. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool to think about, that they compare our growth to Google and Facebook. We've been in magazines like Success from Home. The last one was actually had people all through it in Plexus. The whole magazine was about Plexus. So that was really awesome. I know several of the people in there. They're the real deal. Last year we were the Better Business Bureau. We got an A+. So that's really cool. And we've been at Inc. 5000 a couple times, fastest growing company in Arizona. And these are just some fun little things to look at and see that, man, this business is really going. Like, this is awesome. Like, there's something to this. And what it is that we have products that work, and we have a comp plan that works. Okay, it's that simple, because we have a company, our CEO, it has integrity and wants to do things right. I mean, that's why this company is flying off the charts, okay? Our comp plan is unbelievable. I'm a senior Ruby, like I said in the beginning, so my next rank is Emerald. Emerald is the very first jewel in Plexus, and that's crazy to look at those numbers. Like, it seriously is. I'm a youth pastor's wife. We love what we do, but we always felt like we were living paycheck to paycheck. So to be making this kind of income has been a huge blessing. But Senior Ruby going on Emerald, and you can see there what a diamond makes annually and monthly. We get paid 11 different ways, and it's the real deal, guys. My sponsor, Amy, is Emerald going on Sapphire, and then everybody above her, which I personally know several of them, are all diamonds. So you'll be joining a team that is doing it. All right, so very cool. It's really simple. I like to show this because it really is just a number thing. You sign up some people, you teach them to sign up people, and it's, sign up a few people, tell them to sign up a few people, and it just multiplies, and then pretty soon you have that Lexus. Because when you go Emerald, you get a Lexus, you get to go to Maui every year, and you're making a 6-figure income, okay? So, of course, we would all be here to help you and train you and get you going, but I love looking at the numbers, so it's really cool. What if Plexus was the last thing you had to try, okay? What if it was? What if it actually works? What if it could have, what if you could have good health? What if I could feel life again? What if I could gain energy? What if I could actually sleep? Okay, those are just some things to think about. Like, what if it actually could be the last thing you had to try? All right, that's how it is for my family, and 3 years later, it still is. All right, so it actually works. So I just wanted to just share that with you. We have, question and answers. Basically, if you have anybody, on here who has some questions, definitely get with the person who invited you, and they will definitely answer all those questions for you. But I love sharing with people, all right? I can't get enough of it, all right? I just want to keep talking about it because it really does work. So I just want to thank you all for being on the call. I want you to remember that somebody invited you to this call because there is a reason. They know you need it for your health, or they know you need it for your finances, or both. We always share about the financial side because we really believe, me personally especially, really believe that there are people struggling out there financially just as much as health, all right? And if I can do it, you can definitely do it. I used to be somebody who was shy, and to myself, hated speaking in front of people, do it all the time now because I want to and because I've learned to love it. So I just want you to remember, somebody invited you for a reason. Definitely get with them and they will answer all of your questions. Right now, I'm going to go on the event page that you guys were all on. And if you're a guest here, I'm going to post a couple videos for you to watch. They're really short. And you watch those videos and comment what you thought about them, and I will send you a couple samples of the Slim to try, the new Slim. All right, it's really good. So be watching for those. If you're an ambassador on here, make sure your guests sees those videos, tag them in it, just make sure they know what's going on. Watch the videos, comment, and I will draw a name for 2 samples of Slim. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being on tonight, and I hope you learned. I can't wait for you to try it. I can't wait for you to join, and for me just to get to know you and hear what you love about it. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.